Welcome to SharePoint 2013 Quick Tips. Upload a document. This is User Basic Training, and I'm Trainer Lori. To upload a document, you have three ways to do it. Just like virtually everything else in SharePoint, there's probably more than one way to do it. And we're going to show you all three ways to upload a document. First, you can do it right from the Files tab. Now this seems very convenient, except that you probably won't always have that Files tab open. That means you'd have to actually click the tab to open it. So while it looks convenient here, it may not be as convenient as clicking New Document, because you'll always see that. So that's an easy, good way to do it. And you have a third way, of course, and that is to drag files here. And I'll show you each of those. Click Upload Document, and you get a Browse option, and you have Overwrite Existing Files. So you can choose to overwrite something that you've already got in there. Let's look at the Browse option, and it's just like any other browse. Just choose the one that you want and then click Open. Now sometimes when you open a document or upload it one at a time, you'll get the Edit Properties box. It'll automatically open. You can see you can also choose it from the tab. But if Edit Properties opens, then you have to put a name in, and you'll want to keep your name short. Now it's a good idea to not have spaces in your names, because you have a total amount of only 255 characters for your whole name. Now that sounds like a lot of characters, except that you also have to count all the file folders, because you can have up to 3 file folders deep, and all the site location information in that name. You don't have to put it in. SharePoint puts it in automatically, but the fact is you want to try to keep it short if possible. And if you have a space in there, it actually takes up 3 characters, because it puts in a % sign, then a 2 and a 0 for every space. So it's a good idea to take spaces out of that. However, you can put spaces in your title, and the title can be longer and are fully searchable. So if you want to keep the name short, for example, maybe a number, some kind of a naming convention like that, but then in the title have the full name, it will show, and it is searchable. You may have some other fields in there that you must fill in. It'll have a star next to it if it is a required field, and you must put something in there. And then click Save. Now our next option is to go to New Document. When you click that, not only do you have the option to upload existing files, you can also create new documents here. So this is a good way to create new documents. And it's a great way to create a new file folder before you put a document in it. Remember, we only want our file folders 3 levels deep. So you can have as many file folders as you need, but you don't want more than one file folder within another within another. That would be the max. So when I click that, I have my Browse option again. I have my Overwrite Existing Files, but because I put this one in a file folder, it actually shows the file folder. So if it's wrong, I can change it here. But it's better just to go ahead and click the file folder before you upload, and then click OK. Our third option is drag files here. If you have a lot of documents that you need to upload, you don't want to just upload 1 or 2 at a time. Maybe you have 1,500 that you need to upload. Well, you can upload up to 100 at a time by simply going to Shift-click. Now you can do this from Windows Explorer. I did this one from Dropbox, because we're not using Dropbox anymore. We want to drag our files into SharePoint, or even from File Open. Anytime you can see files that look like this. In this case, I Shift-clicked it, and I dragged it. When you drag it, make sure that you see that blue box. I've had people say, "It's not working, Lori," and that's because they missed the box when they were dragging. You have to make sure that that box is there. Now if you only have 1 or 2 documents in, that box is going to be much smaller. And when you have a lot of documents, the box gets bigger. So it can be a very small target. Make sure that you actually drag it to the blue box. And then it will tell you that you have uploaded, and you can dismiss that if you don't want to see that anymore. Remember, up to 100 documents at one time. Now here's a tip before you actually upload, and that is to convert if you like the co-authoring option in SharePoint. Co-authoring, remember, allows you to have up to 10 people working in the same document at the same time. However, if you have the document saved in compatibility mode, that means in an older version rather than the latest versions of 2010 or 2013. So in this case, I have it in 2003 version. That's the old version, and it's considered compatibility mode. So I would want to convert it. So to do that, you go to File, and it will say Convert. If it doesn't say Convert, you're in the latest document version and you don't need to worry about it. So before you upload, convert to Office 2010 or a newer version.